Hello everyone, Tommy Girl here with another episode of Let's Play Riven, sequel to Myst. In the last episode, we explored Gen's laboratory up here, and did some reading and learned a bunch of interesting things about Gen and Atris and Catherine and the island. If you want to hear all about all that, go in the last video. But now we are ready to check out the next island. Now, you may have noticed a big difference between this video and the previous video, and that is because I've decided to crop the strange borders in Riven. In the past, I've been doing it more like how it shows up in my screen, in fact making it a little smaller, or a little bigger for you guys. But I realize you don't really need to see the book icon below. So what I'm going to do from now on, unless we use the inventory screen bar, which is the bar right underneath this window, so I'm going to crop it so you get a little less black, you can see it a little better. Should have done that from the beginning, but, you know, it's a decision I had to make, I guess. So, there you go. So let's go on our little adventure to this upcoming island. Whee! Oh, that's kind of a short, uneventful trip in comparison to a lot of the other crazy rides we've been going on. I wonder if the developers at this point kind of figured, everyone's sick of those crazy QuickTime videos going on trips there, maybe. But I still like them. I do. Anyway, it looks like the only way we can go is over here, but we can maybe go through this door. We might be able to turn this around and go that way later on. But for now, let's just leave it there and go through this door right here. Doorway, I should say. I guess it's not a door. Here we get a nice view of some of the islands. There's a jungle island over there. This is where we came from. This is Crater Island, and can't really tell what that is over there. Can't really tell from here. Alright, so there we go. Ooh. Well, now we can get some viewpoints. I like getting... Whoa. I don't really want to look down the stairs. Here we go. Okay, over there is, in fact, Dome Island, or Temple Island, I should say. Looks like there's something over there. There could be another island, but it's hard to say. It might just be part of it. I think it might be part of Temple Island. And the music gets very soothing here. Now, if you noticed when we came up that there was a plateau, so we are going to call this island Plateau Island. Can we see down that hole? You can see. Oh yeah, there is a hole. Ooh. Lava? I don't know. It's very menacing. Gosh, this is beautiful. Look at the water. Looking around, I like to show you guys things. I feel like games like Riven and Myst and the point-and-click adventure sort are meant to really be admired and you know, stop and smell the roses, if you will, even though I don't think there are any roses here in Riven. Alright, so there's just some kind of crack in here, and then you can see water around. There's like kind of these mini plateaus all around us. With these valves? Maybe? Let's look. Take one look back here. Alright. There's a button here. Can we do anything else? I don't think so. Let's hit the button. Equipment that works! I'm so happy. Oh, okay, we can go this way. We can also go out. Oh, I love my viewpoints. Look, there's jungle, there's Temple Island, there's Crater Island, and there's nothing. Water. Alright, what have we got here? Hmm. Plateaus. Let's hit a button. Okay. More strange water effects of some kind. Very odd. It is very interesting. It might have been my my attempt at an accent. I'm terrible at them. Well, this makes a lot of sense with what we've been seeing. We know that water reacts bizarrely to heat, according to Gen's journal. So I bet you that hitting this makes this heat up somehow and causes this strange bubbly effect. Let's try hitting another button. Okay. Alright, now that little spot in the upper right hand area, which I cannot point at right now, is bubbling. It's a brewing. Wow. It feels like it bubbles up higher for some reason to me. Can I point? Oh. Yeah, it kind of bubbles in the corner, which is interesting. But yeah. So that's odd. So I'm guessing this little one did this one, and this one that's shaped like this bubbled here. So I'm guessing, like, say we hit this big one, I bet you this big one will bubble. Let us test our hypothesis. Hypothesis? Yes. I don't know why I tripped over that word. I almost said hypothesi. It's not more than one. So, no. Yep. So there you go. That makes a lot of sense. And I can say that is what it works with all of these. There are 5 of these. But yeah, we don't really know exactly how it all connects quite yet. So I have an odd feeling though that it's all gonna come together. It's all gonna fall into place. Ooh, a spinning dome. We've done this. Huh. It looks like the other one, but a different symbol is gold, it looks like. This one has a line through it. Well, that should be important, maybe. In fact, I recognize those, but more about that later. Let's check out this thing. This seems broken. Let's just hit the button a bunch. There we go. Alright, does the same thing as the other one. Once again, we cannot get to the book. But if we remember in Gen's journal, he did talk about access to the domes, and he had a 5-number system. We can only read one of the numbers, which was 2. But these are 5 slots. So maybe that code opens this. Like if we put 2. Yeah, we don't know anything else quite yet. Maybe we'll find more information. Like I said, maybe there's a way for us to figure that out. But that's something we're going to have to ponder at some point. Interesting. Let's check out this big dome thing in the middle. What in the world? What is this? Buttons? This reminds me, I had one of these when I was a kid, or you had like those needles and you like put it on your hand and face. It shoots up. It does the shape of everything. That's what this very much reminds me of. What the heck is this? What does this handle do? Oh. It rotates. That's helpful? Maybe? It does... This is quite puzzling. But the shape right here, so the way it was the shape we had pressed on that other thing. So let's we can't access any of the other squares. You can't click on them, nothing happens. But see how we have this pressed down, maybe? If we press... Let's try that one. Alright, that one's all up now. I skipped the animations, because we get an idea of what they do. Yeah, so now it's in this very Tetris symbol shape. Whoa, and there's like a semicircle thing there. That looks different than the rest of it. This very much looks like, whoa, what is this? Hey, this looks extremely familiar. I don't know how well you guys... Yeah, you guys should be able to see it. Look, we were looking down at these islands, these plateaus. Like, we were up here, and we were controlling the water bubbles. And we walked through this. This is terrain. This is the terrain of the island we are currently on. Yeah, there's the 5 little plateaus. So this represents terrain, I would think. Let's see, it was like this. This was the way it was originally. That has to be it. So, maybe this room was used to make maps? Oh yeah, and there's the shards, like, as we walked in. This island has a very striking look, so it's easier to recognize than maybe, you know, that other one we were looking at. But yeah, these all must be... islands. Oh, hold on a second. Let's go over here, shall we? These shapes we've been seeing are the islands. Think about it. We've got the stained glass window that has the shapes on it, and those represent the 5 job types. One of those job types was the surveyors, and Gen talked about the surveyors in his journal. He also talked about the domes and accessing, you know, various islands and things like that in his journal, and he had these symbols drawn out on there. So these symbols must represent the shapes of each island, which makes sense. Like this one we had here, we haven't figured out which one this one is, but we know this one is the island we're currently on. I wonder if this crack here represents the instability of Riven. So I wonder if, can we figure out which this one would look like? The big one looked like it was hard to figure out. Let's try to figure out what the small one at the upper left hand side is. Yeah, once again, let's skip the animations. Let's try to figure out... Sorry, I'm going kind of quickly. Alright, what island are you? Well, that's not extremely helpful. Although there's this weird hole there. That's odd. Okay, so it's a big lake of some kind, maybe? Now, if you put it all together in your head, it's this big... That's gotta be Crater Island. Crater Island isn't that big. And it's just a big... I wonder what that hole is. Maybe that's where the frog we caught was before we went to Gen's lab. Or maybe Gen's lab, maybe. But there was the underground portion. Maybe there was an underground portion there. Oh, we also went through pipes. That could be too. But anyway, yeah, it makes this big... That's gotta be Crater Island. Alright. So let us figure all these shapes out in case like there's a place where we need to know the shapes, which island they go with, all that stuff. All right, this one. I wonder which one this is here. It also gives us whoa. Interesting. Oh. Oh, that's a giant dome. That has got to be Temple Island. That is a big, big feature of that island. Look, yeah, you get the big dome. That has got to be Temple Island. Now, I wonder what need Gen would have to have such extensive equipment to survey things. Maybe because of the instability of the age, he has to keep track of it. But how does this thing... We don't really know how this thing even works. Oh, that must be like the cave area we're in. Alright, so that's Temple Island. We've got that. Now, we did the big one earlier. Let's try the tiny one. Although, I don't think we've been to an island that small. Let's just look at it real fast, shall we? Maybe, well, the only island we have left that we've been to is Jungle Island. That is definitely not Jungle Island. So, that answers our question. There must be one more island, at least in this general area, unless we could, I don't know, go further away. But I'm guessing that since Riven is the age of 5, it would make sense that there are 5 islands. Alright, let's go back to this one. This one should be Jungle Island, which makes sense. There's a lot on Jungle Island. It makes sense we wouldn't recognize it right away. Yeah, how it's not exactly easy to recognize this. I wanna double check though that this is actually Jungle Island. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to tell? Because that island is huge. Whoa, okay, that's not helpful. That's not very helpful either. It's just, Jungle Island is so tall. Is it the trees or the terrain itself? This might give us a clue. Well, it looks like there's a bay area. That would be Jungle Island. Maybe we can, like, this would be about where the bay area was, wouldn't it? Wait, what is this? Something very square-ish? This has got to be Jungle Island. I don't see any other way. There's no island we've been to that's this tall, that has this bay area that is that big. So we're just gonna go ahead and assume that that is Jungle Island. Okay. So I think that's the main purpose we have here. Well, if you guys remember, there was one other way we could go on this island. So let's go check that out. Shall we? I think we in fact should. Ooh, and we left the bubbles on. It's like Plateau. Oh man, this is cool. Look close up. It's like Plateau Jacuzzi. That is so cool looking. I love it. And I really enjoy the music here. Makes me feel like I'm being watched. It really gives this beautiful area a haunting feel. I enjoy that. And these tusks, we've got tusks around. I wonder if that's part of the terrain or that was added. I would think this was added if I had to guess because of the way it's set up all the way around, but I'm not, well versed in Riven. That's the landscaping. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm not good with Riven landscaping. I don't know for sure. As a person who has never been to Riven, okay. No problem. Alright, so now we're at the other side. Hello, door. Ooh. Anyone here? Oh gosh. I don't want to run into anybody. I'm scared. Hold me. Oh my gosh. This is really intimidating. Hello? Maybe we shouldn't say hello. I should sneak. There's a lever of some kind. Let's hit it, I guess. Don't splash lava at me. I don't even know if that is lava. Whoa. I don't think that's lava. It doesn't have the consistency of it. It's like a golden oh my gosh. Oh, I bet you it's water, but it's you know, dramatically lit down there. Or maybe it's water and then there's lava below it, so it's lighting up like that. We can't walk on the obviously. It really looks glassy. Wow. Beautiful but intimidating. Okay, button. I can hit a button. Oh my gosh. Where are we going? I don't have the prison book yet. Or why didn't we take the gun from Gen's laboratory? The bamboo dart. Why? Oh. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh my gosh. I don't want to alert anyone because I feel like Gen could be here. Or someone who wants to shoot us, like a rebel or something. This is very striking though. Look at that. That is beautiful. But scary. If I was less creeped out, I would probably be able to be appreciative, more appreciative. Whoa. Whoa. There's a person. Oh my god. Should we chase after them? The game isn't even letting me. Where's he going? He's taking a ride. It's okay. We'll be able to push the button and get it back, I think. Although this is not the same tram we were in before. I mean, we went down, and I don't think this was the same one. No, there's the door over there. It's a different tram. We'll have to take that tram later, see where it goes. But right now, we're gonna check this area out. Okay, well, he saw us and he ran away, so that's a good sign that they're not gonna fight us. Wow. Okay, I don't think anyone's here. Okay. Ooh. Fancy chair. Fancy chair of doom. Well, I think this is a really good spot to leave off. We've done a lot, and in the next episode we will sit in the fancy chair and see, well, we have already sat in the fancy chair, but in the next episode we will hit the buttons and see what they do, and hopefully not get caught. So I will see you guys next time.